All right, guys, I don't know where I left you. I guess I'll just carry on here and take video and just figure out how to put it together later. Anyway, this here is the sending unit on the rear tank here, the 986. You'll see this little bracket's bent over, the screws in it yet. There's a cap that goes over top to keep like the weather and dust out of here. I couldn't find this cap aftermarket, so I had to go through C&H. I got one here, so I'm going to install this. That way all these wires and everything is covered here the way it's supposed to be. So I got to get a pair of pliers and try to bend this in the right place for that. So let me get some pliers and see if we can install this. I've been looking at this for 2 years now, and finally decided to look up the part number, call my dealer and see if I could get one. They didn't have it in stock, but they did find me one. So you could make one, but here it is. So let me get some tools here. All right, very easy repair. I just have to bend it a couple times. This on this side where the fuel line comes out, the bigger, I think that's return line, yeah, whatever. This has to snap over that to line up the screw hole. Wasn't too bad. I see you have to bend this quite a bit to get it on, so new plastic, it's a little bit flexible, so that's good. Easy repair. I like when they're easy. I'm gonna go get some cable ties and tie this off here a little bit, dress this up a little, take this tape off and get some cable ties on, and shouldn't have to look at this anymore. That's how it should be. It's how it came from the factory. You guys see the tank is sunk in here. I'd said that before. There's some difference. They had a problem with their fuel tanks on the 786, 886, and the 986. They all did this. They caved in at the same spot if they were out in the sun or the weather. The 1086, 1486, 1586, those tanks were different than these. They were a totally different fuel tank. I'm not sure how you'd fix it, short of taking it off. Ooh, almost fell off the drawbar. Taking it off and plugging up all these holes and blowing compressed air in, maybe to reinflate it, but I don't think it's going to stay or keep its shape. I didn't find any. It's not leaking. If it leaks, then that would be the perfect time to replace it with a brand new one, but for now it yeah, that's about it's emptier than I thought. But anyway, for now, that's gonna be fine. That's it works that way. So, all right, let me go get some cable ties. All right, we got it cleaned up, dressed up. If any of you guys need one of these caps and need the part number, right there it is. You can pause the video if you need to call your dealer, or if you're looking for one. I don't know if it's gonna keep any rain out because, like I say, it's slitted for these two lines here, but at least it keeps your wires protected and kind of keeps all that out of the elements, and it'll help if it rains too. So it's not 100%, but it's on. Got it dressed up with zip ties. Like I say, I'm very fussy. It's just unnecessary fussiness, but there it is. So that project is done for now. All right, so the next thing on the 986, I replaced 3 of the 4 flasher lenses on here. I did an in-depth video, I guess it was last winter, of changing the 2 on the back. The front ones were all right, but the one was cracked and the other one's fogged over and has paint all over it. I guess from the 80s till now I can replace them. They're only like $16 a piece for the OEM Case IH. If you guys need a part number, you can make sense of that. So I got one more to change. I think that's the one that's cracked. It's cracked right at the screw hole where it tightens, and it's kind of loose, so not ideal. So for 16 bucks, like I say, I'm fussy. I don't think that's ever going to change. So I'm not a baler twine and duct tape type of guy. I know there are people who are, and I've seen so much of that working at the dealership that I can't fault anybody for it. So, all right, let me change this last lens and should be done with that then. All right, I don't know how well you can see it, but we got all 4 lenses are changed front and back now. I still need a windshield, and I still need the windshield wiper. I don't know if the wiper motor works, but all the wires are there. I didn't try it. ever, but I can get the wiper arm probably at a salvage yard and get a new wiper for it and a windshield. Still working on that. I'm still trying to find a used one. I don't want to buy a new one, really. If it's glass is glass. It's either good or it isn't. So if you can find one that's good and not all scuffed up, it's probably half the price. All right, next thing on this, I think I have to do, I want to start working on mounting the mirrors on this. I'm going to make that its own video in case anybody wants to do it on their tractor. I'll do a step-by-step. So a couple things I have one thing on order yet, and again, it's probably just being too fussy, but the goal is to restore this also, as well as to use it. I am going to get that tire for this side, get that taken care of. When I bought this tractor, this hydraulic reservoir cap, they had like a medicine bottle over top of it. It was no good for, I got a used one here, I got that on. The dipstick for the excuse me, the transmission is it's broke off here, the loop that's on there, and if you pull it, it's all bent up. I don't know if they forgot to put it in and ran it over or what the deal was, but I have a used one of those on order with the actual loop, and it's just, you gotta yank it to get it out. It's just not could use some improvement there. So it was a used part from a salvage yard, so we'll get that. Hopefully it's in good shape. This spring I want to work on getting these 3-point arms off. You'll notice I have them tied up here because that bottom pin I couldn't get out, and it's probably dark. So I got to be careful. We did try getting them off already by heating that pin, and we have caused some leaks with the heat. So I do want to get them off completely because I have no use for a 3-point on this tractor. So when I get them off, get them out of the way. The one day I was backing up or something or doing something, and these were, it wasn't that one. I think it was the one on this side. It was, yeah, you hear that? Somebody had said it sounded like there was a tooth off of the gear in the transmission. These things scare me sometimes as I'm going through the field because I'll hear and I think something's wrong or something's going bad. It's just that stupid 3-point arm rattling around. So I want to get that off and get those stored away along with the collection of 3-point arms. The only one that has it on is the 395, and it's probably going to be the only one to keep it on. The mirrors, I'm going to do a setup on that, get everything ready, and see about getting that video made. But we're getting there. It's slowly coming together. I got a good deal on this tractor. Mechanically, just about everything was 100% on it. Recent engine overhaul. So I knew mechanically I wasn't going to have to do a lot. It was mostly cosmetic. It just wasn't a pretty tractor when I got it. It just from sitting outside, and it was a manure spreader tractor, so needed a lot of little nickel and dime things. Some things were necessary, some weren't. Like I said, I didn't need to put a chrome pipe on. I didn't need to switch it over to LEDs, but it does make it a lot nicer, and also boosts the resale value. Once I have this all together and all complete, I am not going to sell it for what I paid for. So it's an appreciating asset is what I like to call it. So anyway, yeah, I guess that's where we'll end this video. I don't know how long it is, but thank you guys for watching. Like I say, today's my day off from work, so I'm trying to get as much done as I can. I have become a weekend farmer, I guess you could say. For those of you guys that watch my videos all the way to the end, I once knew a older, retired, full-time farmer that told me, he said he never cared for the weekend farmer. He never liked them guys because they polluted the grain market and ruined it for the full-timers. Well, I guess that's what I am now. But it is what it is. He also had pretty good luck through the years with family, and we didn't. Our family did not. So it is what it is. I'm just glad to be doing it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. So for this Pennsylvania weekend farmer, I will see you on the next one.